Whew. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be on how to change or replace your differential. So this one's a welded one, I got it plated. And I currently have a LSD in there. So those two bolts are missing because I just took off the diff brace. So basically for this, you're going to need a 17, 14, and a 12. For the one that's in here, just gonna use a deep socket 17. For these that connect the axles to the diff, those are 14s. For the sensors right here, I don't know if you guys can see, that's gonna be a 12. And then back there for the drive shaft, that's 17s. And these for the diff bushings are also 17s. So all the 14s are out. The axles are disconnected from the output shaft. So those are the 14s. And now I'm gonna move on to all the 17s, which are that one in there, the ones that go to the drive shaft, and then the other two diff bushings right there. Am I pointing at it? Right there. And I also disconnected the sensors. I disconnected the sensors first just because I didn't want to accidentally forget and like lower the diff and then put strain on the wire and potentially snap it. But my exhaust is getting in the way right now, but I'm just gonna leave it. The less I have to remove, the better. So just to recap what I've done so far, I took off the 14s connecting the axles. Basically, if you throw it in neutral, you can spin the wheel. You can take one out at a time, spin the wheel, take it out, spin the wheel, take it out. And then I did the same thing for the drive shaft bolts. Those were 17s, same thing. Took one out. I was using an impact for all of them, so I wasn't able to use these, so I had to use the skinnier ones. So I just used adapters like this. Well, adapter and extension. That's the 3/8 adapter, half to 3/8, and then I just had it like that because for whatever reason these are the same size, but this one has a lot more material on it because it's heavy duty, so it wasn't allowing me to use it to take it off. It was rubbing against the drive shaft, so that's why I use this, and then bada bing bada boom. I already broke loose the bolts on the diff bushings. So that top one's a 17, and then the other two, I just pushed my exhaust to go straight to the one that's over there. And now I'm gonna go ahead, put the jack it up to support it so that I can take them out without the diff just falling. Whew. Oh, so there we go, guys, it's out. I was having some issues because at first the side was hanging on the exhaust, and then the diff was just straight resting right here. The part that connects to the shaft was just resting right here on the sway bar. And then I guess the way I had the jack positioned, it was resting it like that, so then it was getting caught up here. But it's out now. Also forgot to say there is a hose that's connected up there, so I just disconnected it. Now basically just need to remove this, switch it over to that one, and then reverse the process, put that one back in. Okay, so this is my other diff. So I need to take out this like bolt basically. So what I did was I locked these two nuts together, and now it spins. So I'm just take that out and then put this onto the other one. Just like that, bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this one now. I always forget I have all type of tools. And now I just gotta break this one loose. So yeah, basically what I wanted to do was line up this one first, so I could put that and then not tight, just put in the nut so that it'll hold it, not necessarily tight, so then I could play around with the diff. Alright guys, so I finished. Couldn't really record the process anymore because it was getting late. But let me just show you guys and recap. So we did that 17 and the 2 ears. I also put on my diff brace. Like I said, these were 17s. I put the sensors back on. Those were the 12s. And then at the very top there's like a hose that connects to it, so make sure to slide that in. 17s again, and then 17s again for the drive shaft. So, and then it was 14s for the axle. So everything is bolted back on. and it's done. And basically lower the car and then fill up the diff back with fluid, and then we're done.